besides from his leadership inspiring the initiation of Vatican II, it's really important that when we look at John the 23rd, we can actually have some of his tangible contributions. So things that he actually did or actually physically contributed in terms of making our argument more robust. And that's what we're going to look at today. So we're still looking at explaining his contribution, but we're going to use some more concrete examples. We're going to look at his encyclicals. Now, the first question is probably what the hell is an encyclical? And it is a papal letter sent to all the bishops of the Roman Catholic Church and therefore, by extension, the whole Catholic community. He wrote two that you have to remember, Mater El Magistra and Pacem in Terras. Okay, so Mater El Magistra is Latin for mother and teacher, and Pacem in Terras is Latin for peace on earth. I don't know why I didn't put Latin for. Basically, these documents, if you were to summarize both of them, they highlight the Christian obligation to be socially progressive, to respond to the signs in light, respond to the times in light of the gospel. That was the phrase that really came out of Vatican II. It is our responsibility to respond to the signs of the times in light of the gospel. No longer be this institution separate from society, but part of society. And here's the really, the too long didn't read version of why Pacem in Terras, that letter, was significant, and why Mater El Magistra was significant. So Pacem in Terras means peace on earth, and we're going to look in class how it was brought out at a very interesting time, and we're going to have a look in class at some of the social things that were going on at the time in which it was composed. It focuses on human rights. It focuses on maintaining order and peace in the world and relations between nations. Mater El Magistra, on the other hand, is talking about how the church should be not just a mother, but also a teacher. Now, what the hell does it mean by that? Well, it's talking about care for others around us. So the idea of the nurturing mother, that the Christian church, she is responsible for caring for the less fortunate around us, but also needs to be a teacher and teach and compel other people to do so. Now, that seems a little bit odd, because from your experience of the Christian church, that's all they do. Care for other people, care for the less fortunate. We have St. Vincent de Paul. We have all of these Catholic organisations. That's all they focus on, isn't it? Well, you need to remember that at the time, before Vatican II, that was not the case. There was no recognition, or hardly any recognition, of the church as a social construct or as part of society. It was very separate and did not respond to the needs of others. So it was mother and teacher that really propelled this movement towards human rights and towards caring for other human beings. Also, it was calling all Christian churches, not just the Catholic Church, but rather all Christian churches. So really at the time, these documents were considered radical. Radical in the way that they recognised the less fortunate, and radical in their insistence that it was the responsibility of Christians. Okay? It was the responsibility of Christians to respond to the less fortunate. This was a Christian responsibility. Okay? It was a Christian, sorry, I didn't mean to cross that out. It was a Christian responsibility to do that. And that was something that was quite new. And again, all throughout these letters, while the Pope is Catholic, while Vatican II was a Catholic, so variant, it was only within the Catholic variant, all the time these encyclicals and Vatican II focused on Christian unity and calling all Catholics to unite with other Christians. And here we go again, respond to the signs of the times in light of the gospel. That's a really reoccurring theme of Vatican II. So that's it. When you're talking about the contribution of John the 23rd, you also need to talk about the encyclicals. Pacem in Terras, peace on earth, or Mater El Magistra, mother and teacher.